And welcome back, guys, to our next replay. This one is, unlike the others, is actually on the normal version of Reforged. So I'm playing today as Mordor. We've got two defenders. I think it's Erebor and Dale, played by Commander Legolas, who's playing as Erebor, and his friend Sam, I believe, is playing as Dale. We've also got Angmar, played by, well, I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to give the YouTube algorithm any excuse it needs. And then come over here, and we also have Rusty playing as Harad. So we'll take a look at Rusty's army first real quick, do the attackers, then we'll go to the defenders. So, Sauron Warband, I think he's got 2 or 3 of those. He usually likes to take more than one. Like that. Beast Hunters, Pikes, Berserkers. He's got a lot of Serpent Guard. Beast Hunters, Demons of the Desert, of course. Trollmen on the tower there. Serpent Guard. Trollmen, so 2 units of Trollmen, 2 or 3 units of Berserkers. Looked like he had 3-4 units of dismounted Serpent Guard. I didn't know you could take that many before the Red Limit. Beast Hunters, Warband, Pikemen. Okay, so he's going to have a lot of AP at his disposal, which we're going to need. Beast Hunters. Let's go take a look at Angmar real quick. See what our ally over here brought. We've got Guardians of Cardoon. Guardians of Cardoon. Good Guard. Orkfellers. Orkfellers are nice. So I don't usually play as Angmar, I usually play as Mordor, but Orkfellers kind of fall in the same category as the Orc Maulers. I love them. They have good... They don't do a ton of damage, necessarily, man for man, but when there's 150 of them, or more, all with AP weapons, and when you can take several units of that, it tends to add up pretty quickly. So I usually make that the core of my army when I play as Mordor. It's got Trolls of Angmar here. I always like to look at those. Witch-Round Pikes. Witch-Round Pikes. Orkfellers again. Snaga Stalkers. Gunnabad Guard. Guardians of Cardoon. And Blackwatch Legion. I don't see... Oh, they're the Witchers. It's like, I know there were Witchers in this game. Here they are. Just got some Witchers here. My army. We've got... I took a unit of... Well, so yeah, I still have the text file for Alternative Reforged in here. I took the unit of Bulldogs. They're called Melkor's Chosen in normal Reforged. Because I'd like to take a unit like this just in case if they want to try to sally out. They ended up not taking anything, though. But I've got my Nazgul, I've got Orc Fodder, Orc Maulers, lots of Orc Maulers. Yep. I think I usually take 4, I think is what it is. Orc Maulers, yep. Got 2 Blackguard of Barad-dûr. It's unlike Angmar, I can take 2 of my Great Shield units. Orc Fodder, Troll Catapult. I was the one responsible for artillery in this game. Temple Executioners, Temple Guard, Bird Captains, and Olokai. And yeah, that's my force. Those are the attackers, so we'll get started here. We'll zoom on up to the point where we can see the defenders' army. We'll cover theirs. And I'll just say right now, this was not really one of my better games, but I think we did pretty well as attackers, though. So, come on. Guess I should have had this going at 0.7 speed, but we'll catch up. Yeah, and as I said earlier, I was initially worried about potential sally out, so I just lined up all my orc fodder up front with the captains. I'm going to try to send my... Oh, I forgot to mention them in the army comp. Yeah, I got Uruk captains on a siege tower. I'm thinking about psyching out the defenders with the little trick you guys have seen Rusty and I do previously. But then I decided against it because they're gonna... You'll see here in a minute, but they're gonna have basically a death trap set up right up here. With like Blacklock engineers and a catapult and everything, and I didn't think it was going to work out, so I decided to just move up the captains. I like to use them as kind of a sacrifice unit with this first wave of orc fodder. Oh, game's already started. Wow, look at that. Okay, so let's look at the defenders real quick. So as I said, there's Blacklock engineers. Commander Legolas has. He's got a catapult. Bardian marksman. Dale. He's got 2 or 3 units of those. But back to Erebor here. We've got Ironfoot warriors, Ironfoot pikes. I think there's Ironfoot halberds around there somewhere. 2 Ironfoot spears, Ironfoot warriors. More Bardian marksmen. So I'm pretty sure that's 2 that you can take. Dismounted Earls of Dale. Bardian Marksman, I guess he got 3. Thalon Rangers. Dalian Bowmen. And Dismounted Earls. What are these? These are Dalian Bows. Is there anything else over here? Oh, yeah, I did like his setup here. He's got Barding Herd. That's what I was looking for. Good. Unit of Barding Herd. Another unit of Barding Herd over here. They are... I can get to them. This unit. More Dalian Bows. Dismounted Earls. So I kind of like his really symmetric setup here. Though I would say it might be worth having... see if he's got any Dalian spears. He's got more Barding Herd making their way down. He's got Blackshot Dragon Slayers, and he's got a lot of stuff in the town center. It's probably just because they didn't have room to deploy anywhere else, but Dalian Royal Guard, Keldon River Patrol. Yeah, I don't think he did take Dalian spears, unless if they're down here. Lake Town Infantry are there. It's mostly Erebor here. Lake Town Infantry again. I do like the Lake Town Infantry. I like that they're kind of their basic infantry unit, and they come with bows. It's really cool. Kind of like Khand have, I believe. Yeah. And then for Erebor, there's halberds, Axguard of Erebor, lots of spears, and of course all the elite units. So the Obsidian Guard, the Legionaries. There's just 1 unit of Legionaries, and I think he's got another unit of elites somewhere other than the Blacklocks. I thought he had. Find them. Maybe he doesn't. I thought he had like Sons of Durin or something in this game. Maybe not. Yeah, that's really about it. So we'll go ahead and keep going. Now, I'm looking to play the long game here because I am in no hurry to charge into what is a majority Dwarven built defense. Yeah, dealing with Erebor, these kind of numbers is really not going to be pleasant. And with Dale, with Men of Dale providing archer support, catapult, the Blacklocks here, not going to be fun. So yeah, we're going to play the long game with our troll catapult here. Try to snipe a couple things, but we are wildly inaccurate with that shot. Did get a hit on some crew. Yeah, we're firing from back there. And see, we keep getting really close to knocking out one of these catapults. So close. That was really frustrating for me in the game. But yeah, I'm going to play the long game. The assault's really going to begin with Angmar, and then I think Harad, really, the Rusty over here, he really puts the pedal to the metal here. What's he got? He's got Berserkers crashing out the gate. So that's one gate down, and Angmar looks like they're closing in. Leading the way with Barrow-ites and Snog Stalkers, that's kind of what I would do too. Got Goblin Trackers firing in. What are they shooting at? Oh, yeah, they're trying to aggravate the Dale and bows enough to get them to return fire, but it looks like Sam's not going to be falling for that, so it's gonna pull out. Oh no, he's just going into loose formation. That's what he's doing. I don't know if Dale and bows get a shield value. I'll have to check that out. I don't think they do. See if he's able to antagonize him into using ammo. Because if you're not able to, I don't know if I would keep shooting. I would be tempted to get them a bit closer, try to rattle into the barding herd, if it were me. But yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, you don't really expect too much from Angmar's archer units. Certainly not. That's certainly Angmar's real weakness. That and real lack of cavalry options. And we got Angmar knocking on the door here with the Snaga Stalkers. I'm not a big fan of this unit, to be honest. I would prefer, I just don't see the utility in them. I think they die too fast, and they don't come in enough numbers to really justify taking them. I'd much rather take orc fodder. But that's just me. There we go. So we've knocked down the gate there. And Angmar's going to come flooding in. Barrow-ites in tow. Looks like he's got just the 2 units of them. And in normal Reforged, Barrow-ites are, frankly, overpowered, but that's just my opinion. They're able to tank way too much damage. And that's me knocking down the gate with a catapult over there, because I was getting frustrated with its inability to hit anything. I think we do manage to land a hit on some of these Blacklocks, though. And so, yeah, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to waste all my catapult ammo trying to snipe things out. If I'm not going to get any hits on anything, I at least want to create some ways into the settlement. Because I'm not enthusiastic about charging into this. This is kind of an overpowered defense. Basically, what I'm thinking at this point is I need to be I need to be the meat shield. All I really need to do is I need to keep these units tied up, and I think that if I'm able to do that, and if especially Angmar's able to really flood in and knock the defenders out of the way, I think we'll win. But I can't really afford to get reckless, so basically I'm just going to wait this out. Because if he moves this away, then if Legolas moves his catapult, his Blacklocks away, then, well, he'll leave the front door wide open for me. So this is kind of a lose-lose situation for him, if I'm being honest. And I was really surprised he wasn't trying to return fire. Though I guess I say that. I think I probably would have done the same thing if I were in his position. I probably would have just waited, knowing that inevitably I'm going to attack. But the longer I wait, the longer these two critical units that Erebor have to wait here, the more time it gives my allies to smash their way through the defense here. And already we've got Rod. They said Rusty's a pretty aggressive attack. And that's good stuff. I like to see that with we got Beast Hunters on the wall here. Good use of the wall. Sending Trollman in. He is not pulling any punches. He's really slamming into Erebor's spears. Do they have any pikes on the line here? Just spear. But Dwarven spear units are kind of overpowered. He's got dismounted Serpent Guard as lines out. He's got AP in the form of pikemen, and we got Berserkers now in melee. So they will eventually grind their way through this, especially with the jabs being thrown in. We've also got... Well, this is just me moving up. Moving in the Orc Fodder. I didn't mean to move them up that close. Just trying to tempt him into maybe trying to do something. And I'm going to move in. Oh, there we go. We got a hit to some axe throwers. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just trying to tempt him into using up some ammo and cheap, useless infantry. And that's what I like to see. So yeah, wasn't able to aggravate Sam to return fire, so he's just going to rattle into the party. They do have a shield value, but this is coming in from their right side, so I don't know if that's going to come into play. Now, a Barding Herd will be good against Barrow-wights, unless if the Barrow-wights can... if they can pull off their little ghostly glitch here where their really low mass allows them to float in between, then get nice little backstabs into them, and that'll be the death of the Barding Herd at that point. Good and bad guard coming in and spears to just keep this line alive and to try to endure the hailstorm of arrows that are going to be coming their way. I don't know how much I really care for the good and the bad guard. Guardians of Cardoon here now as well. Snaga Stalkers, just as meat shields. If it were me, I would consider... Not sure what I would do if I were over here. I think I might try to leave just like... Yeah, I think I would do what he's doing here with the Snaga Stalkers. Just keep them here in case if they try to come down to crush you between two flanks here. But then I would rush everything else on one side. Over here, I'm still playing the waiting game because, well, as I've explained already, I don't want him to be able to peel off any of these units, really, to go aid his, either his front or his beleaguered allies' front over with Angmar. How's Harad doing? Looks like they're doing pretty good. slowly grinding down the spears. Lake Town infantry are rattling into the Haradrim on... Well, they're firing up and over now, so that's not so good. But, you know, I say that I end up unintentionally having my archers firing up and over like this as well. Against low-armored Haradrim, they will get a lot of good kills. If it were me, though, I might be trying to fire into the front line. Unless if he's got something on the walls actively throwing jabs in your face, which doesn't look like he does. Rusty... Yeah, I think he's being aggressive enough. Maybe he could come forward even harder. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's probably trying to shoot the demons. But it's not really going to be easy to get Rusty like that. Yeah, see, they're not really... That's ineffective. And Lake Town infantry, normally I would say it's not the biggest loss. They're out of ammo, but you want to save all the ammo you can to deal with Harad. And it looks like they're out of ammo already. That's not a good sign from Dale. Fortunately, he's got a lot of these spears facing the wrong way, so... And that's not his fault. That's a well-known glitch in the game. It's... The only way you can really fix it is to move, is just to click back. Have the unit move back like 5 feet, and turn them around again. Have them attack into the unit they were fighting with, because otherwise they'll just get maxed out. So... 2 units of Lake Town infantry coming in to fill the gap. That is not going to hold Rusty back at all. So they really need to be thinking about reinforcing. They do have Ironfoot pikes, and they have... What do they have over here? More Ironfoot pikes. So I guess that if they want to... Maybe if the defenders want to form up on those 2 choke points, I guess that'd be fine, but I would be loath to want to forfeit this choke point. Better to hold 1 choke point than 2, personally. I think you could probably bleed Harad a little bit more. And Harad really needs to be sending more in because, having said what I said, the dismounted serpent guard are running low. Pikemen are starting to get ground down a bit, just by sheer overwhelming numbers there. I think, am I moving in? I believe I am, yeah. I decide, you know what, time to move in and support our allies here. I've kept them waiting long enough, and we are currently ahead a little bit, so I felt confident enough to come in and try to just... I saw this isolated unit of Ironfoot warriors, and he had moved his Black Locks and his catapult back because I was rattling into them with, I think, the Temple Guard, I want to say it was. So yeah, just launch forward, try to kill off this isolated unit of dwarves, and we will slowly start to do that. Olag hire in amongst things, and they'll make life very painful for them. Unfortunately, he's got Dale and Erebor here now, so that's going to shut my trolls down, most likely. But I want his catapult dead, and his Blacklocks dead. So I'm going to throw in my Blackguard of Erebor, and we are going to launch forward, smash these dwarves aside, and we are going to rush hard. We're going to throw our trolls from the catapult in pretty soon. I've got Melkor's Chosen back there trying to... I'm just going to pull back so he can't get into us with the... See, and this is kind of a cheesy defense here. There's nothing I can do to stop this, except for rattling into him with the Temple Guard. I think that was probably a decent play on my part. So, I'm going to do my best as Mordor, but Mordor fighting uphill against Erebor and Dale is just kind of cheese. And that's the Blacklocks, I believe, firing into us. Or is it? It could be a javelin of some kind. And yeah, we are continuing to keep them suppressed with our catapult out there. That is the Blacklocks. I question his choice of target, though, as I would be shooting into this. I'd be trying to sideswipe these maulers there. Throwing in the Temple Executioners now, because I think it's kind of now or never for me. I'm not expecting to accomplish a ton. My goal is if I can keep these dwarves in bay long enough for me to get the Blackguard and the trolls into the Blacklock engineers here and into the catapult crew. So he's had to run his catapult crew off, but I am still pushing into him. Did they just? They may have just broken. No, they're still there. Oh, they just broke. That's unfortunate. And we're still continuing to bombard them. Let's see, we've got maulers up, gone up the hill, and I still have those. No, of course, chosen. Now, I had forgotten that these stakes were here, unfortunately. I'd gotten distracted because I like to watch what my allies are doing when I'm playing. And so what I was going to try to do is try to squeeze them in here, run up into these Obsidian Guard and Ironfoot Warriors, try to help out the Nazgul, because the Nazgul are, as good as they are, they will get worn down eventually. I'm really impressed with how well the Blackguard and Barad-dûr have stood. He's got Nazgul and the Obsidian Guard. They'll do some good damage to him. Let's see. He's got his Blacklocks coming back. I think I was put in a situation where I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Yeah, so I've thrown the, of course, chosen in. I had to launch forward at some point, otherwise he's just gonna pick me off with. He could have started a turn to shoot with his Blacklocks or his catapult. I kept him occupied for a good while. We've also got Dale now rattling into us, the Keldon River Patrol, which is not really helping things. But now I've got another unit of trolls going in, and I'm going to try to hit these catapult crew. I'm really not letting Legolas use his elite units, and with such a cheesy defense, he kind of...
The enemy are badly bloodied.
I don't have a ton of sympathy for him here. It was a really frustrating assault to have to... Yeah, I don't think it was going to be possible to break through here. I just needed to keep the defenders occupied with... Because they've got all their elites stacked up back here. At least half of them. Now he's thrown in Erebor legionaries, so there's no way I can beat him here. I do have Temple Executioners and Temple Guard in here now. In the fight, they will keep things going for a good while yet. Still, and then we've got our Uruk Captains, Armor Piercing, of course. They'll keep things going for a while too. Yeah. So that's probably my general. Let's see. It's not going to tell us. That was almost certainly my general. Orc Maulers coming back. We do have some units coming back from routing. Still have trolls and things. They're still back here beating up on these catapult crew, which was always good to see. Good stuff. I love it. He's going to bring in pikes, which pikes, honestly, most of the time, are not the answer to trolls at all. You want to use... Now, these trolls they might do okay against, because they're not as well armored. But if these were Olag High, they would smash Ironfoot pikes. So we'll just throw him back into the marksman, because I'm not going to be able to get to his catapult crew anymore. They are shaking. Damn, if I had only been able to rout them off, it could have really helped us out later. Looks like Harad has made some Solid progress, though. He's got champions in Nafarat. Javelin's coming in. Sam is firing his black shots into Harad, which is a questionable choice in my opinion. Because these are armor-piercing shots, not body-piercing. At least I don't believe they are. And so shooting into poorly armored Haradrim, it's a high mass arrow is what it is. High mass and armor piercing. So yeah, that's not a... I question his choice of target there. Dismounted Earls have been seen off there. My army's basically fallen apart. And now we're down by 2, and that's probably just because my army had no chance in hell over here. So many Dwarven elites and whatnot. Yeah, I tried to sneak the Melkor's Chosen up this way, but they weren't really cooperating. So they got caught on the stakes, which is tragic. Temple Guard are just now, even now, the balanced force is evenly matched. Most of the axe throwers are dead. Let's see, how many Obsidian Guard does he have left? He still has 42. See, that's disappointing. I wish I'd been able to do more to them. That's the Temple Guard running off. They'll come back, though. Temple Executioners are locked morale, so we'll hold on to them here, hoping that the Guard will come back here soon. But, yeah, mission failed with trying to stop his catapult. So close, though. So close. He's really not going to have much left. Well, he might end up getting some kills with the catapult. He's not going to get that many. I think we have... Yeah, Angmar's doing pretty good over here, too. So, as frustrated as I was with how things went on my side, I'm pretty pleased with how things have gone over here. He's got his Witchers. It looks like they've taken some damage, though, unfortunately. And he's screened them off. He's got a nice spot right here. That's nice. I would be tempted to drop a shot into these Athala Rangers, to be honest with you. Or the Royal Guard. Yeah. Oh, nice. Fantastic. Good. I didn't realize he'd done that in game.
Only half the enemy force remains.
So yeah, he's trying to fire his Dale and Royal Guard, but Dale and Royal Guard normal Reforged are kind of a disappointing unit, to be honest with you. They've got the black arrow trail, but they are not armor piercing. There's nothing really special about their arrows at all. And their melee stats, while good, are below average, to be completely honest with you. Kind of a disappointing unit. Angmar is starting to crush Dale over here. Well, yeah. With the arrival of the Guardians of Karn-Dûn, that'll turn around. Unfortunate miss there. If he'd been able to land a hit right center mass in the Barding Herd, that could have been big. Let's see. Where's he going to... Oh. Center mass... I killed a few pikes. That wasn't too bad. If you could get to the Blacklocks, that could be good, too. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, no, it did. He roasted more than half the unit. That's good stuff. Blacklock Engineers are basically just hiding there now. I'm going to try to run the couple units I've got. I think I still have a unit left. Oh, yeah. I hit these units back here because I was going to try to sneak them in. I thought, what the hell? May as well try to now. That's Dale's general hit with the... and that just sucks, man. He really needs to be... See, I don't know what Sam's doing here. This is a really poor decision. I would have thrown them in here. Because then... And that hit a lot of Royal Guard, too. That would have... Well, I guess he wouldn't have had much to stop Harad here, but... See, I think at this point, unless if they're able to make use of their elite units really well, I think the game's pretty well decided. Children River Patrol will get torn apart. Dalian bowmen will do good damage, but we're talking about Witcheron pikemen here who are really well armored. Erebor legionaries have seen a lot of combat, and they've been up against things like Nazgul and Mordor's elites and trolls. And they're going to have a rough time, especially because Angmar's Blackwatch Legion are armor-piercing, which is... I have big complaints with that, but we'll set that aside for now. Looks like he's had to run the catapult crew off. Oh yeah, I tried to get up into his catapult crew, but he happened to notice. So just one last roll of the dice here. Yeah, I'm just rushing in. All right, we'll kill one more, so he's down to 10. That's probably all I'll be able to. I was like, come on, dude, start fighting again. And so that's me dead. Unfortunate. And my kill count, and that's me admitting defeat. And you're going to see that I didn't have a very impressive kill count. But we'll talk about that when we get to the end here. Speaking of which, we only have 6,000 frames left. Legionaries actually are probably going to win over here. Interestingly enough, now that Erebor have been able to come back with their elites, the Obsidian Guard have been worn down pretty significantly, though. They're only 20 left. Barrow-White's going to take forever for them to kill. What do we have over here? Goblin Trackers. I think they're out of ammo. They're just to keep them busy over there.
Our foe has taken control of the city. Enemy is no longer in command of the city.
Yeah, that's the announcer. Rod are really the one carrying us at this point. Angmar and I really burned ourselves out trying to break through the dwarves, mostly. Well, at least in my case, I was trying to break through the dwarves, which is always kind of a difficult and arguably unfair prospect, given how unbalanced this mod is.
Our foe has lost control of the city. Our foe has taken control of the city.
Oh, I'm really tempted to shut them down. But yeah, trollmen cutting through Bardian Marksman pretty easily here. What's going on here? He charged in his black shots. The only problem with that is, man, he really should have got his black shots back. I mean, I think it was a good idea to try to shut down the trollmen. But there's nothing to save him from the armor-piercing Southern pike. So black shots have dropped pretty quick, honestly. They really found themselves behind. Here, we've got the Rod. Oh, I guess he's got Angmar still has a solid unit of arrowheads. Yeah, I like it. They're overwhelming. They've already heard are almost gone. Ironfoot pikes are getting close to that point too. Over here, though, I think the defenders are victorious. He's finally been able to move the ever-elusive catapult crew back.
Our foe has taken control of the city.
And they're going to start to fire. And this is kind of the defenders' one last roll of the dice.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Okay, so let's see. They miss. I like to think of it as a kind of cosmic justice that most of the shots there miss. saying all this, I'm talking as if I'm really bitter about it, and it just sucks to be on the receiving end of being a sacrifice army. Fair point to the defenders.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Champions in Afarat are tough, taking point-blank shots, even from Dale and Erebor, who, as I described earlier, and I stand by it, are kind of a disappointment. They will probably...
Our foe has taken control of the city.
Being outnumbered as they are, I think the Dale and Erebor lose that. Axe throwers are there. Pikemen are going to get into them, though, and that'll be their end, basically. Catapult over there, and I'm telling Rusty, get into that catapult, because you take down the catapult, and it's almost a guaranteed win for us. And so he's going to try to push through.
The enemy is no longer in command. Our foe has taken control of the city.
Honestly, Legolas, if I were him, I would have moved my catapult over here, maybe, just because right there hasn't been a very good angle for him. That one got a couple kills. Nothing too crazy, though. And really, over here, this is really the center of their resistance. They've got their Obsidian Guard, the remains of them. They've got the Black Ox, the remains of them. And some Erebor Legionaries in there. A handful of pikes. So that's their first good hit with the catapult. And at this point, I'm like... I'm not screaming at Rusty, but I'm like, get his catapult. See, because look at that. 92 for 96. 93 for 96. So hopefully the Warband will come back. And there they go. They come back. So now he's got a clear shot to get to the catapult. That's exactly what he's going to do. Legolas is going to try to shoot him point blank. I don't know what Rusty's doing here. I would have just run them over there and loose formation. Just look at that. Ouch. It's 19 killed. This was really frustrating at the time, I remember. Miraculously, they have not routed them. So they are going to get into them. Missed, thank God. From my perspective. And yeah, this is it for the catapult. That was a blank shot. So the catapult crew's done. Over here, defenders. What do they have left? There's nothing there. Just here, and yeah, now Rusty's been able to slam the back door on them, kill the Erebor's general, and good play to the defenders, good play all around, really, I think. I made maybe a couple mistakes. I think that the choice of targets for the defenders may have been less than ideal, if I'm being honest. I would have been trying to shoot into... I would have saved my black shots for Angmar, probably, or for me. Although, saying that, he did use... Erebor used his Wolf Engineers against me. It's just going to take a while to wear through their armor. So I guess we can just fast forward here to the end.
Our men have taken control of the city.
and that's an attacker victory. The only thing left, there's like a single Athala Ranger around here somewhere. Yeah, we caught him. Okay. And that's it. That's game. So yeah, 670 kills is pretty low. Rusty and our Angmar ally did pretty good. Defenders got number of kills you would expect from defenders. The one thing I will say is about the number of enemies I killed is these are almost exclusively dwarves, though. So, of the 1,700 and some change dwarves that were there, probably 500 of them were killed by Mordor, if not more. Probably 600 to be honest. So he had my efforts brought Erebor down to less than 1,000 dwarves. But yeah, I won't pretend like I did particularly well. I was kind of put in the really tough spot. I think that Rusty and Angmar played their cards really well. I think they had multiple avenues of attack on their side too. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for today. We may have another. I think I will have 2 Alternative Reforged replays coming pretty soon too. Also, be looking out for some Killing Floor Let's Plays. But yeah, thanks guys.